My parents abandoned me at 4 and now they want me back. I 17F have lived with my aunt 49F and my uncle 52M since my mother 39F and my father 48M left me there once I was 4. For this story I'll need to go back in time. I was born an only child up until my little sister Evie 15F was born. The thing about Evie is that she was a high risk of not surviving birth, and when she did the doctors told our parents that she was most likely not going to live past 2. Well, she did. Evie was very hard to take care of and even harder to take care for both of us. Well, after 2 years of being parents to both of us they just gave up on me. They brought me to my aunt and uncle's house and never picked me up again. Well, I had no idea what happened for me. It was just one sleepover turned into way more. When I was 10 they finally let me in on why I had been there for the past 6 years. To say I was pissed was an understatement. I was livid. I punched the walls and I cut up my only picture with my mother and father. I promised myself that I will never speak to them again. That's when I started calling my uncle and aunt mom and dad. I still do. I just thought it would be easier for you to read if I just addressed them as my uncle and aunt. I saw my parents briefly a couple of times throughout the years but I never talked to them. Well, yesterday I saw my parents and little sister come over to our house with a gift. Long story short, since my sister lived to 15 they weren't worried anymore and wanted me back like the old times. I told them to go FCK themselves and my real parents were in the kitchen. My dad just got pissed and yelled at me saying how dare I talk to my parents like that. I told them they stopped being my parents when they left me at my aunt and uncle's house and I'd like it to stay that way. My mom just cried and said she was so sorry but she couldn't take care of me. I just laughed and said obviously. A lot of other things were said but I think you can get the idea of what awful me and my dad said to each other. But in the end they left sobbing. My aunt and uncle didn't know what happened so I told them. They said they were happy I wouldn't be leaving them, but they thought I should have let them down slowly.